students, good morning. Stay at home, keep you healthy, and stay with me, Ma'am Erna. Well, students, first of all, I would like to say thank you very much to Carlo because you helped me to make this video for my students. Well, students, this is the last video in this semester for you. And in this video, we interviewed Carlo and he wants to share something important to learn English, and he wants to ask you to be active to speak in English and learn in English. And students, I believe that all of you starting curious with this video. At the end, you can ask Carlo, you can ask me, and I will give you some question, of course. Just to make sure that you understand with this video. Okay, students, check it out after this.
It's recording now. So I'm Carlo. I'm 21 years old, which is a funny age. I think all ages are beautiful and they're unique in every way. I was born in Lebanon, but my family has Canadian origins and also from other countries like America, England, or Germany. They're old roots, but mostly Lebanese. And I came to Italy when I was 4 because Lebanon had big problems like war and difficulties. For various reasons, we decided to come to Italy. Beautiful country, funny people, and a funny culture, which is very relaxed, and that's a good thing, but it's also not very productive. So has economical difficulties, and people aren't really happy economically wise. But for the lifestyle, it's beautiful because, Italy, you get good food, beautiful places, and relaxed. You just can enjoy life. And that's beautiful. I think that's something that East Asian cultures like Indonesia appreciate as well. Maybe they're more productive. They usually get more things done, but they're very relaxed and kind people, which is very nice. And I've been working on many things. And my dream is to open up facilities like academies where people can learn things and practice different skills, from cooking stuff to communication to more meditation and spiritual things. Really a lot of ideas. I'm still 21, I'm young, so I'm trying to piece it together.
Actually, I'm really curious about Toastmaster, because Andy also talk about that, Ernest, and then who's the what speech day?
15.
Simon.
Yeah,
Simon
Gibson.
Yeah, yeah. So they already know about Toastmaster, but in my place I cannot find the link to build Toastmaster, and actually I don't know about Toastmaster itself. Can you explain that actually? What is that Toastmaster?
Yeah, well, Toastmasters is an organization that's been alive since 1924, 27, so almost 100 years ago. And its focus has always been to teach communication and leadership. I like to call it, more than leadership, service leadership, because you're not, the dictator, the boss, but you're leading to serve others, to promote those masters to the world and to your city. Obviously, each one cares for his own city, so that other people can learn about those masters, use it, become part of it, and learn and progress with their life, which is something beautiful. And the club which I'm part of is in Florence. It's called Toastmasters Academy Florence, because the idea is opening a club with a certain amount of members. Usually, to be an official club, it should be around 20 members at least. And yes, at least 20 members. And then You apply for Toastmasters, just a small fee, yearly fee to pay. You get the programs, and you can start learning the programs. And depending on people's time, you can find the best time to meet, if you can, every week, if not every 2 weeks, and have an hour and a half session where you learn stuff. There's a lot, from speeches to improvisation to games to evaluations. There's really a lot, and it's a big thing to learn, but it's the best tool because you can have fun while learning.
Mhm. So in Toastmaster, we can practice how to speak in front of people, right?
Yes.
It's like public speaking, right?
It's funny because they call it public speaking, and the image that comes to mind is you with a microphone in front of 100 people, which, okay, that exists, but it's not the focus. Like, if you learn how to speak in public, it's even having a dinner with your mom and dad and being able to communicate better with them and convey
Yeah.
an idea more clearly. That's what it's all about. Then, okay, if you want to speak in front of 100 people, that's fine. But the focus is being able to communicate more. Right now, it's not easy because you're in front of a screen, but being in standing up and using your body, the stage, your voice, everything. That's the whole idea of it.
I don't know, because in my city we don't have building for the Toastmaster.
You guys can open it if you find I can help you learn more about it. But if you have you're a lot of you, but even if you're only 20 or 30 or 40, you can have two clubs. You can open a club and practice for sure. For sure.
Yeah, actually at school we have English club that 35 students inside. But they have a different passion. Some of them storytelling or Scrabble or maybe a speech debate
Yeah.
passion.
Yeah.
Not most of them like speech talk in front of people.
Yeah. But if the school was something it wants to implement and create, the school can open clubs and say, okay, we have 200 students, let's open 20 clubs or 10 clubs or whatever it is. And it opens it, and the only requirement is knowing English. There is, I think, Indonesian on the website of Toastmasters, but you need to know some English to study. But we'll see. You might do it in the future, why not?
Well, okay, Carlo. So you are not native Italian, right? So you are not Italian.
Not really. I'm fake
Because
Italian.
you moved from Lebanon to Italy.
Yeah.
So you are Italian.
Yes. Yes.
So which one do you like between Lebanon and Italy?
Sorry, I didn't understand. The first
Which
word.
one do you want to live? Yeah, in Lebanon or in Italy?
Which one do I prefer living in?
Yeah, prefer. Which one do you prefer to stay in, Lebanon or Italy?
It's a hard question, a good one. I'm not Italian, but I am Italian because if you grow in a culture, you kind of become part of the culture. Especially if you go to a new culture when you're 4, so very young. So I feel Italian in my ways of communicating, living, acting, etc. Although I've always grown up with YouTube, internet, everything in English, so that's the beauty of the internet today, that you get influences from all over the world. But I've not grown up in Lebanon. When I go there to visit my part of my family, I love the country. It's beautiful, good food like Italy, good people. The problem is, one, economically the country is not doing really well, so it's not optimal to have to build opportunities for yourself and your family. And also it's very chaotic. Like all Arabic countries, there's a lot of chaos and movement and things and shouting, and it's a bit too much for me. I'm more of a person that likes to relax, nature, countryside. So Italy's more for me, but I'm thinking, since I have my whole life to move around the world, Indonesia would be a place I'd love to be for months. Canada, other Japan, maybe. There's a lot of places I'd like to try. We'll see.
Yeah, so you like to move around, right? Moving around the world.
I'd love to. I haven't been able yet because I was too young and I didn't have the opportunity. But now I would like to start doing so. Yes, definitely.
Yeah. Okay. Next question. English is in Italy as the foreign language. English is a foreign language,
Yes.
right? So, how do you study English? Because actually you're Lebanon, right? So that means English is not the what the mother language as
Good
the
question.
foreign language too. So how? And then now you stay in Italy. That's also as foreign language. English is foreign language. So how can you study English, or you can talk in English
Yeah.
fluently? Because I know it in Indonesia also as foreign language. English is foreign language too. So would you like to share to my students that how to improve their English
Yes.
so they can
Um,
speak fluently?
okay. First, I'll talk about my personal, why I know English. I think good enough, but I can still improve. Um, Lebanon is first and foremost a very international country. It's always been a colony, dominated from the French, dominated from various cultures. So the two languages, main languages, are Arabic and French. But English, especially in the more Christian places, is really, really well known. Not like a native place like England, America, Australia, but it's decent enough. But what I got lucky with is that my grandmother side of the family is Canadian. So I've always spoken English since I was very small, and I've always kept it with me. But how did I keep it sharp? Since in Italy I do not have friends that speak very good English, or if they do, they prefer Italian. Two ways. One, my family, I got to speak English with them. But more importantly, and this is what also helped my Italian friends learn very good English, is not only learning it at school. That's one piece of the puzzle, because at school you learn all the important structures, the grammar, and you do the most important things. But to really ingrain it in your brain, you need to involve yourself in English. How? With books, with, if you have access to it, movies, with music, in every single way you can. If you can start listening to English, read English, being involved, it will slowly be part of your brain. If you really have difficulty, maybe start, let's say, watching a movie in English with subtitles in Indonesian. Then step two, movie in English, subtitles in English. And step three, you take off the subtitles. There's a lot of tools you can use to involve yourself, but if you only do school, it'll really help, but it might not be enough because that's just one part of the day. But it's all up to you. You have to care and really have to want to learn it, and you'll learn it for sure. It's not that hard. It's easy.
So you said that we have to memorize vocabularies, right?
Also, yeah. But the thing
Yeah.
is, having fun with it, because if you're always learning, and concentrating, you'll learn. But it's even more powerful if you're able to relax, watch a movie, something you enjoy, and you don't really think about too much, while there is English. So it goes inside your brain more and more and more. Your subconscious, and that's where you really learn the language and how to form sentences, etc.
Yeah, because in Indonesia, for me, I think that my students understand in English. Also the grammar, yeah, I know it. They can understand it. But the way they can practice need someone to talk with them in English fluently, and then talk to them every day. They have to speak in English. But
That's the best.
because English as foreign language, yeah, we prefer to talk in Bangladesh or Indonesian.
Yeah. I imagine. Yeah. It's dialect, right? Bacanese of Indonesian.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then, do you want to share for my students about that you share in your Facebook? Talk about the Italian dining. Is that about the Italian food or something else
Yeah.
that you create
Um,
there? Do you want to tell us?
sure. It's the idea is was born by Andy, who everyone knows. He's a businessman who has been doing business really well for a lot of years. And the idea is to create an association, a business, which is like a roof for Italian culinary culture. So food, drinks, whatever really that's associated with Italian culinary. Culinary means around food. Culture is under this association. So really, right now, what we are promoting a lot are the groups, which are Facebook groups. There are about 22 groups. Each group has its function. Example one is called IDS Cheese, which is focused on the cheeses, because Italy is full of cheeses. There's, I think, more than 3,000 cheeses. It's crazy. Or one for the meat, one for vegetables, one for adventures, where you walk around and see beautiful places. There's really a lot. So if anybody enjoys cooking at home or does an Italian dish, he can share it there and meet other people around the world, really, not only Italians at all. It's a global association, and can share, talk, and learn new things, and enjoy the food and the beauty of Italian cuisine, which is really a beautiful cuisine. That's the idea.
So that's not like a restaurant. Yeah, that's like a group of people who likes talk about food and beverage in
Also,
Italy.
it's the idea is to help both food lovers. So they
Mhm.
can, let's say, you want to learn how to cook pasta. There is a course to how to learn how to cook pasta, or how to make cappuccino, coffee. There's really whatever. Or I want to go on an adventure in Italy, but I really don't know where to go. I want to see the real Italian lifestyle. And the
Mhm.
association has the tools to take you there. Or it also helps, sorry, professionals. So chefs, people who work in the tourism and hospitality industry. Hospitality is like hotels, lodges, these things. It's to help them with their work, to promote themselves, to have new ideas. It's really, there's a lot behind it. But for the people who simply enjoy food, it's more to that connecting, experiencing, trying new things, learning new things, and enjoying what food and drinks are, a pleasure and something fun to share with other people.
Because when I read your Facebook, I cannot practice that that food here because some of the ingredients I cannot find it.
Yeah.
But the only that I can practice how to make pizza. Yeah, and my kids really like with pizza. But I think it's not delicious as in Italy.
But you might, for some things, Italian cuisine, it's known to be very simple. I think for some things it's a bit more not complex, but you need some ingredients. But there are a lot of simple things, like let's say pasta with tomato sauce. What do? You get pasta, you buy it, and just cook it with water. You get tomato sauce, which you can find anywhere, and you find interesting ways to cook it. The classic way is called doing a soffritto. I'm not going to turn into a cooking class, but you take a pan, you put oil, if
Uh,
it's olive oil, better. You put some garlic on the oil, you cook it for a bit. Then you take the tomato sauce, you put it with that, and you cook it on the fire. You do the pasta. Once the pasta is cooked, you just take the sauce, put it on top, that's done.
um,
One ingredient, and it's delicious.
um,
So it can be very, very simple. That's the beauty of the cuisine. It's not too complex, or you have to be a chef. Anybody can do it.
yeah. Like what? Pasta. Is that pasta here? Spaghetti, right? Spaghetti. Yeah. Is that
Spaghetti,
the
there's
same
so many
pasta?
types. If you anybody of you ever comes to Italy, you'll be my guest. I'll take you to the best places.
Yeah, I hope one day. Okay, the last question,
Yeah.
Kalau. You said that you want to come to Indonesia. The first thing that you can imagine, what is Indonesia, or why do you want to visit Indonesia? Because of the culture, or because of the food, or because of the people?
All of them. I've tried, I think, Indonesian cuisine only once, but that once was enough, and I loved it. I forget even what it is. It was a few years ago. But I remember putting in my mind, okay, I'm going to Indonesia. My idea was to do a couple of 2 or 3 countries, and I wanted to visit them by backpack. So not fancy, not hotels. I would like to live with the people, with the real people, and eat with the locals, meet them. I think the culture is beautiful, and I like. And I'm generalizing, but I've seen that East Asian cultures like Indonesia, Thailand, etc., are very, very kind people, very open. Here in Italy, many are, but often if they don't know you, they're a bit cold, not very warm. Once they start knowing you, it gets easier. So I think
Yeah.
that would be something that I would like to enjoy and have fun. And it's and what I imagine is also a lot of nature. I'm a big lover of nature and walking around nature, and I'm sure Indonesia has a lot of that. So it would be beautiful to see with all the animals and plants. So that's a reason.
I hope that one day when you arrive here, you will like Indonesia, and
Sure.
especially in my home, Pangkal Pinang,
I'm
because
sure.
it's the hottest, the hottest part.
I'm sure. There's a sea though, right?
See a lot of things here, and they are good.
Yeah, for sure. Beautiful. It's just beautiful. Beautiful sea.
So the last, do you have what motivation for my students, or do you have what do you want to say to my students, how to study English, or how to study English or something?
Yeah. Well, funny enough, I've just finished school, so now I'm working. I finished a year and a half ago, and I don't know how it is in Indonesia, but in Italy, many don't really enjoy it too much because for various reasons, when you're young, I guess you have a lot of things to think about, and they usually enjoy the social part of school more than the learning part. But funny enough, and this everybody wants to grow up. You want to grow up, even if you don't remember some of the information, like science I did 3 years ago, or biology. I don't remember everything, but what is important to learn is how to study, how to really be there at home, put your head into the book or whatever it is, and really understand it. Not learn by memory, or in English we say learning by heart, meaning you read the words until you can just say them without thinking. That's not good. Because the beauty of it is learning the concept. What is this book, history, whatever it is, really saying? What can I learn from it? What is the lesson that can help me and be part of my life, be part of my values, be part of my ideas? The beauty is learning that and not learning by heart. So don't see homework as simply a task to get it done so I can just go do other things. I can go out with my friends. You can go out with your friends, you can enjoy the social part of school, but try to see it as something you can learn and it'll be part of your life. Not because you have to learn by heart, because you have to get the best grade, which is fine, but because it's something that will improve your knowledge or get your knowledge larger and improve your quality of life and open up opportunities for you in the future. And learning is a beautiful thing. You'll find out in life that if you don't learn, you're really dying. So I invite you to make the best of it for sure.
So I hope that my students can understand this, and I hope they also can a little bit what I think that the students getting for. So after they watch this, I hope that they can understand why it is important, how to study English. Thank
Yeah,
you.
for
So
sure. For sure. Thank you very much, Erna. It's very fun sharing my own ideas, and I hope it helps. And I'd love also to participate in a Zoom call with other students and have fun and speak English and learn. Why not?
Children said that we can zoom together with my friends, but because of this is the end of the semester, maybe the next semester.
Maybe the next one. Yeah. And when I come to Indonesia, we're gonna have fun. It's gonna be intensive, not simple. We're gonna learn English for sure. So I can't hear you well. I didn't hear you well.
You can understand my English, right?
Sure. Hello.
Hello. This is my twin, one of my twins. She is Claire.
What's your name?
What's your name? Claire. My name is Claire.
The audio is not too good, but it's very nice to meet you. You look very happy.
Yeah, that's my student. One of my twins. Yeah. So
very
there
cute.
was there was you
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. She's very cute though. All right, it was very fun. Thank you very much for this interview. There's somebody else.
Yeah, twins. This
Oh
one
really?
twin.
Yeah, I can see. I was looking. They look very similar. They're twins. Yeah.
Yeah. Tunggu dulu. Goodbye dulu. Goodbye. Yeah, really crowded at home.
Very nice. They look very nice.
Yeah, I hope that one day you can meet with
Thank you very much.
my international students also stay at home. Yeah, they also stay with them.
Yeah.
Very nice.
Yeah, but it's nice. That's nice. You're going to enjoy their company. Children are fun, for sure. Okay, and I think I'm gonna.
Well, students, after you watch the video, I hope that you can get more information and you can understand how to motivate ourselves to learn English. And as you know that Carlo is not native, right? So he also learned English day by day and use it day by day too. I hope that one day you can talk fluently and speak like Carlo. Thank you, Carlo. Okay, now after this you can check it out the application for Google Form. I gave you several questions there just to make sure that you understand, just to make sure that you get the point of our interview in this video. Don't forget to submit, like, and subscribe. See you next semester. Bye, students. Thank you so much.